If you want to run Google Gemma locally, this is one of the easiest ways to do it. In this video, I will show you how to install it, how to use it, and what kind of experience can you actually expect. And what's really cool about local AI, it's becoming more and more accessible to everyday users, and some of the Gemma models can be run on mobile devices and also phones, which is same thing. So whether you want more privacy, more control, or just want to test out AI locally on your own hardware, this is the best video for you. So without wasting anybody's time, let's jump in straight to it. But before we install anything, the one thing you need to understand is that your experience will differ depending on your hardware. The main thing that matters is your RAM size and also GPU. The bigger the better. That's what she said. Smaller models are much easier to run and feel more realistic for casual users, and bigger models can give you stronger results, but they also need more resources. And actually, I even built this dashboard or calculator, whatever you call it, where you can actually input your hardware and you're going to see a recommendation what kind of model you should try. So for example, Windows, I will put in my device. RTX 5070 Ti, good for gaming. RAM, I have 32 gigs of RAM. I bought it before all this hype and hoarding of RAM. Let's click continue, select what are you planning to use it for. So I don't know, writing, general chat, and maybe coding. Yeah, today we're going to do some coding. And I would say intermediate. Let's go intermediate, and you can see what's recommended for my device. One thing to know, this calculator will show you what is the model you can run max. If you want to test it out, I'd recommend going crazy. I would recommend you going one level below what's best for you. And also, if you want to use the same calculator, I made it free for all my viewers. Subscribe, and you can also find it in the description. So before doing anything, just run through this calculator and see what kind of model you can actually run realistically, because if you select a model which is, I would say, too powerful for your PC or for your Mac, it's going to be a really bad experience, lots of lag, and I would say even not worth it. Okay, now let's get into actual setup. So first of all, you will need Ollama. You can find the link in the description. All you have to do is just download it for your machine. Again, Windows or Mac. For this example, I'm using Windows. Again, you can find the link in the description. Once you download it, simply just install it, click next, 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 next. Once installed it, you will have this dashboard, which reminds me kind of a ChatGPT, Gemini, any of the AI models. We have this message bar, but right here on the right, you have different models. So if we input Gemma, you can see we have all the latest Gemma models. I tested this model before doing this video, but for today's example, I want to select a bit less powerful, I want to say more realistic model, because I want to show you what you can run with, I would say, medium power gear. So if you click right here, you can click download. The only thing is it downloads sometimes, but for me, it actually doesn't download. You can see I clicked it. Maybe it's doing it in the background, but you can actually force download. So open command prompt and just run this command, Ollama, run or pull, and then put in what kind of model do you want to run or download. Click enter. You can see we're downloading a model which is almost 10 gigabytes in size, also download speed and also download progress. So once we hit 100%, this will disappear, and it means you are ready to test out or use this local model. So I think it's ready. If you click on it, you can see the download button is gone, which means it's all set. And for today's video, we're going to do a really simple free test. So the first test is a writing test, next up summarization test, and after that we'll do some basic coding just to show you that actually can do more than just be a chatbot. And this will give us a pretty good feel how it all works, and is it hype or is it actually a great tool which almost costs nothing. So let's paste in first prompt, which is rewrite the paragraph to sound clearer, more natural, and more professional, which is, I would say, a pretty popular use case for ChatGPT or Claude. So let's run our model. Okay, you can see it's actually moving really fast. Also, speed will depend totally on your gear. So right now I'm running pretty weak model on pretty powerful gear. So I got answer, I don't know, 4 seconds. Not bad. I would say not bad. So you can see we got 3 different voices. Standard professional, which is recommended for business. We have formal academic, recommended for white papers and research, and also concise and direct for presentations and quick summary. So basically, it got a really great answer. It got it really quick. And the best part is it all ran locally without any subscriptions. Again, I'm really happy with the results. Next up, let's do some summarization. Let's keep it on the same tab. So summarize the following text in 3 bullet points, and then give me 1 sentence plain English takeaway. So this is the information. Let's run it. Again, the model is really quick because it's really small and we have really great hardware. But I think it's going to be really similar for everyone else. So you can see 4 seconds, but I think if you have lower tier gear, it would take like 8 or 9 seconds, which is still really impressive when you're talking about local AI, which costs nothing. So we have our bullet points. So we have performance gains, key enablers, and also 1 sentence plain English takeaway. So basically everything what ChatGPT gives you, but runs locally. So no surprises for these simple tasks. It works amazing. You can use it like 100%. And now let's try a little coding. So let's paste in our prompt. Write a complete HTML file with an inline CSS and JavaScript. Create a page title, 1 button, and when the button is clicked, give this answer. Hello from Gemma. Let's run it. Again, actually, it's thinking really quick. You also get the thinking process. 3.8 seconds. So now I'll copy it and I'll run it on the browser. So you can see, click the message, hello from Gemma. It works. So you can see you can use it not only for, I would say, everyday tasks, for summarization, for planning, but also for coding. Of course, you can try it also for some hardcore coding. So far, I tried these more heavier models, and everything what I used on Claude Code, not everything, I would say 70% of the tasks do work locally. Again, it depends on your hardware. I had some issues, not gonna lie, on these models, like heavy models. I did have some issues of my PC going extra loud. And for example, on this model, I tried some hardcore like prompts from Claude and actually my PC crashed. So again, it depends on your hardware, depends on your workflow, but for simple tasks, 100% it works. So after testing it, here's my overall takeaway. Gemma feels way more practical than even I was thinking about. I was thinking it's all hype. Yeah, people are just hyping it, but you can see everything works, but that doesn't mean it replaces every cloud AI tool. I will still use Claude AI right now for my main workflow, for like vibe coding, for creating tutorials, for creating these like even dashboards, calculators. So overall, I'm really impressed and I'm trying to figure out different ways how to use it in my future videos. That's why subscribe for more videos like this and see you next time.